સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય. વચનામૃત નંબર 192, વડડા મધ્ય પ્રકરણ, 59th Vachnamrut. In this Vachnamrut, Sriji Maharaj emphasizes on the value, the mahatmya, the importance of having a connection with God and God's saints in this lifetime. And he goes on to say that there is nothing more valuable than having a connection with a saint. And if we seekers have done seva or are getting to do seva of a saint, then we cannot bless our stars enough, because that in itself is the highest prapti, the highest attainment that a seeker can ever get. Getting to do seva of a sant. ચાર વેદ, પુરાણ, ઇતિહાસ, એ સર્વેમાં એ જ વાર્તા છે. God is saying, you pick up any scripture, any Ved, any Puran, and check what it says. એ જ વાર્તા છે જે ભગવાન ને ભગવાનના સંત, એ જ કલ્યાણકારી છે. If as a seeker we are seeking liberation, the only and only way to get liberated is when we find a saint and find God in our life. તે ભગવાન કે ભગવાનના સંતની જ્યારે પ્રાપ્તિ થઈ, ત્યારે એ જીવને એથી ઉપરાંત બીજું કોઈ કલ્યાણ નથી. He goes on to say that the core definition of liberation itself is ભગવાન ને ભગવાનના સંતની પ્રાપ્તિ. And there is no higher realm in spirituality than a realm in which you have a saint and God present in your life. What does that mean? All of us seekers are already living in the highest realm. અને ભગવાનના સંતની સેવા તો બહુ મોટા પુણ્યવાળાને મળે છે, પણ થોડા પુણ્યવાળાને મળતી નથી. Having an opportunity to be able to serve God in any form or to serve a saint in this lifetime is a karmic outcome or a karmic reward for all the punyas that we have done, for all the good deeds, righteous deeds that we have done in life. What is the outcome of that? We get the opportunity to get connected with a saint and with God. If we are in spirituality, that is a reward. Being spiritual is not a karmic deed. We sometimes feel that if I do seva, I am earning punya. By doing seva, we are not earning punya. Doing seva is a privilege. Getting to do seva needs a lot of punya. It needs a lot of good deeds that have accumulated together in the karmic balance for us to be in a circumstance in life in which we are able to even talk to a Sadguru or serve a Sadguru. It's a blessing. It's a precious, precious, precious thing to have this in this lifetime. માટે ભગવાનના સંત સાથે તો એવું હેત રાખવું જેવું હેત સ્ત્રી ઉપર છે, પુત્ર ઉપર છે, મા બાપ ને ભાઈ ઉપર છે, તેવું હેત રાખવું. તો એ હેતે કરીને જીવ કૃતાર્થ થઈ જાય છે. There is no further fulfillment for a seeker than falling in love with the God and the Satpurush. And how much love? What is the measure? Jevu het. The kind of love that we have for our spouse, for our child, for our mother, for our father, for our brother. Do we love God and God's saints that much? If yes, then we are krutarth. We are liberated. There is no further achievement that a seeker can achieve than falling in love with God and saints as much as we love our blood relatives, as much as we love our family, as much as we love the dearest person in the world. Dearer than that has to be God and the saint. Why? Because they have given us everything in this universe. They are the giver of all of these blessings. If we are so selfish that we love the gifts but no, don't love the giver, if we are so ignorant that we cannot look around that everything that exists in my life is given by God and His saints. And if we cannot trust this Vachnamrut, we cannot trust Char Ved, Puran, Itihas, and Sarva Shastra. All of these are just telling us one thing, that if there is a presence of a saint, of a guru in our life, if we are able to even see an image of God and believe in an image of God, if we are able to have the presence of God in us, then that's the highest achievement, highest fulfillment. It is a topmost grade of liberation that a seeker can have. Do we have this in our life? Yes, we have. Are we acknowledging it? No, we are not. Are we taking it for granted? Yes, we are taking it for granted. Do we love it as much as we love our own family and our own loved ones? No, we don't. Why? Because we don't value what we have got. અને પોતાના જે સ્ત્રી પુત્ર આદિ હોય તે તો કુપાત્ર હોય ને કુલક્ષણવાળા હોય તો પણ કોઈ રીતે તેનો અવગુણ એ જીવને આવતો નથી. Are they patra of our love? The people whom we have given so much or are giving so much of love in our life, are they patra? Are they really the ideal most people in the world? Are they really, have they really loved us as much as the God and the saint? No. But yet, we don't see their flaws. We don't see their imperfections. We don't see what they lack in them. We unconditionally love them. Why? Just because the ego says, this is my husband, this is my child, this is my mother, this is my father, this is my sister, this is my brother. This ego is making us love them. અને જે ભગવાનના ભક્ત હોય તે તો સર્વે રૂડે ગુણે કરીને યુક્ત હોય, પણ જો તેણે લગારે કઠણ વચન કહ્યું હોય તો તેની આટી જીવે ત્યાં સુધી મૂકે નહીં. When we find a Satpurush, when we find spiritual well-wishers in our life, and they are full of great virtues, they are filled with spiritual virtues, they are filled with patrata. In spite of they being full of patrata, if someday for our spiritual upliftment, for our growth, if they scold us or tell us something that our ego doesn't like, if they push us beyond our comfort zone for our own growth, then we tie a knot in our head that if he was really a Satpurush and he was really a Sadguru, he wouldn't have done this. He wouldn't have said it this way. He himself is work in progress. He himself has such shortcomings. And we give all sort of logical reasonings that make us push that Satpurush, that Sadguru, that well-wisher a little further away in our life. Meaning, we don't fall in love with them. Not unconditional love for sure. Somebody who's a blessing, somebody who wishes good for us, somebody who is behind our life for our liberation, we don't surrender with unconditional love to them. But all the parivar jans that we have in our life, they are not going to do any spiritual uplifting good to us. In fact, they are going to keep distracting us and attaching us. But where we should not have unconditional love, we have unconditional love. Where we should have unconditional love, we don't have. where we should not use our brains on the path of spirituality. We use our brains and push them away or push ourselves away from them. And where we should not, we totally surrender ourselves. They insult us, we still love them. They curse us, we still love them. They hate us, we still love them. They bondage us, we still love them. They make us anxious, we still love them. And on the other side, a Satpurush is constantly helping us detach, helping us be righteous, loving us unconditionally, motivating us to do our own sadhanas, trying to inculcate a discipline in us which will get us closer to God, trying to make us read in a way, write in a way, understand in a way that instills God in our everyday routine. But we don't love them unconditionally. They are not our dearest love. They are one other love in our life. એવી જેની વૃત્તિ છે તેને તો જેવું પોતાના સંબંધી ઉપર હેત છે તેવું તે ભગવાનના ભક્ત ઉપર કહેવાય જ નહીં. ત્યારે એનું કલ્યાણ પણ થાય નહીં. Without this change in us, are we going to get liberated? No. Can we claim that we love spirituality, we love God, we love the Satpurush, we love the Guru? No. All these tall claims are inappropriate, are rejected by God. We cannot say something and do something. We have to mean what we say and we have to do as per that. સંતનીને ભગવાનની પ્રાપ્તિ થઈ છે તો પણ કોઈકને એમ ડગમગાટ રહે છે જે મારું કલ્યાણ થાશે કે નહીં થાય તેનું શું કારણ છે? તો એ જીવને પૂર્વજન્મને વિશે ભગવાનને ભગવાનના સંતની પ્રાપ્તિ થઈ નથી ને તેમની સેવા પણ તેણે કરી નથી. એને તો આ જન્મનો જ નવો આદર છે, તે આગલા જન્મમાં ફળશે. અને જેણે પૂર્વજન્મમાં ભગવાનની ને ભગવાનના ભક્તની પ્રાપ્તિ થઈ હશે તથા તેમની સેવા કરી હશે તેને તો આ જન્મમાં ભગવાન ને ભગવાનના ભક્તમાંથી હેત મટે જ નહીં અને નિશ્ચયમાં પણ ડગમગાટ થાય જ નહીં. What is he trying to tell us? If we have really fallen in unconditional love with God and His saints, then we will never have a doubt that am I going to be liberated or not? If we have done seva of God with authentic sincerity, then we will have drid nischay, we will be sure and determined that my liberation is done. In fact, in the previous part, he defined liberation as having found God and a saint equal to liberation. The only step remains after this is to love and serve them as a mission of our life. They should be the epicenter of our life. But if we are still doubting, oh, this janam my kalyan won't be done, I will need many more janams to do my kalyan. If still we are not falling in love with him, then he says, we have never served them only authentically. Till we do not serve them, till we do not love them unconditionally, we are going to waste another birth. Because in the previous birth, either we did not find the God or the saint because our karmic account didn't reward us with that, or if we found them, we did not serve them. This janam we have again found it because we are listening to a shastra, we are listening to satsang, we have found Satpurush in our life, we have found the presence of God in our life. This birth we cannot complain that my stars did not match, my karmic rewards did not match. Everything is matching. We have found it. Now will we serve it or fall in love with it? Up to us. If we don't, we are not going to have this surety that my kalyan is done. He is assuring that if you realize that finding a saint and God is way more a blessing than finding a spouse or a child, because every animal has a spouse or a child or a mother or a father. Every single human birth, that is not a big blessing to have. It is an autonomous thing that we will be blessed with a family, whether we are a human or an animal. Then what is precious and priceless? To have found God and His saints. If we have this certain deep, intense love with God, see what He says next. Anek काम, desires, कामनास, lust, क्रोध, anger, लोभ, greed, સંબંધી ઘાટ તો કદાચિત રહે, પણ ભગવાનનો નિશ્ચય તો કોઈ રીતે મટે નહીં. If we have fallen in love with God and if we serve the God and its saints with full love, then even if we have imperfections, even if we have some inappropriate virtues in us, whether it is calm, krodh, or lobh, that may or may not take time to go, but you will never doubt that you will be liberated or not. The krupa of God will be such that circumstances will come in our life that will teach us lessons in which these cleansings will be done. If there is kamnas, He will do something and inspire something in our life that we don't have any more desires in life. If there is krodh, then He will make sure that some experience happens that we stop getting angry in life. If there is greed, then he will teach us the right lesson and ensure that our greed is overcome. All these things are smaller problems, He says. These I will tackle. First, do you love me? તે કોઈકને વચને કરીને ન મટે એમાં શું કહેવું? If God is guaranteeing that Kam, Krodh, Lobh I will help you overcome, and that is not an issue, if your Nishcha is drid, then you are never going to be shaken when a Satpurush or a well-wisher or a saint is going to scold you, is going to tell you things that are beyond your comfort zone, is going to push you. Nothing is going to shake your love or faith. Even if you have cancer in your family, your faith is not going to shake. Even if you lose all your loved ones, your faith is not going to shake. Even if nothing happens as per your wish or will, your faith is not going to change. If you love God as much or more than any other thing or being in this life, then whatever scolding a Satpurush does, even that will feel like a karmic blessing. Whatever is being told to you for your spiritual upliftment, there will only be gratitude flowing for it. In fact, we yearn as a seeker. What is my next lesson? Somebody tell me something. What do I need to work on? And you're constantly looking for some advice from a Satpurush. This is what you need to work on. And when they say something, our mind is shut, our head is down, and we just listen to them and obey them and abide by what they say. Every scolding, every vachan told in whatever way or manner by the Satpurush is prasad, is a blessing. અને તો જો પોતાનું મન ડગમગાટ કરાવે તો પણ ડગમગાટ થાય નહીં. And when we are going to fall in such unconditional love with God, even if our own mind tries to tell us that you are not going to get liberated, we will not listen to our own mind also. એવી દ્રઢતા જ્યારે થાય ત્યારે જાણવું જે આ તો પૂર્વ જન્મનો ભગવાનનો ભક્ત છે. Or એવી દ્રઢતા થાય, that is when we have to believe now we have fallen in unconditional love with God more than our putra, maa baap, bhai, ben, stri, purush, more than anything else in the world. What a blessing we have. We cannot take it for granted. We must acknowledge this. We should not waste this. We must really value this. Love God as much as He loves us. He loves us intensely, truly, madly, deeply. In every day of our life, in every situation, in every circumstance, in every step, he is only trying to bring the soul closer to him and clean all the impurities that have gotten inside us, whether they are calm, growth, low, attachment, whatever it is. He will break our ego. He will clean all our impurities. He will make us our purest form and take us back to the home where we belong. All the other things, we have gotten birth after birth after birth. What is priceless? All Ved, Purana, and Itihas are saying priceless is having found God and His saints. If we have them, we cannot thank our stars enough, and we must never, ever, ever complain. Sahajanand Swami Maharaj ji